just scope this out here. Un momento. See how this sounds. Alright, alright, alright. We got something going on. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Think I got this all in the mode, in the zone. There goes some stuff. There we go. Just had to move something around for my cup of water. All right. Goodness, it's been a while. I'm talking to myself here, but all right. Let me just pull up a few things just to bring up here. Let's see here. Honestly, not too much to talk about, really, but there's one or two things that are of note, or definitely of note. Don't mind the typing here. I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully it's not too loud. Might be a little... Speaking of loud, the background music might be a little loud. Let's see. And my microphone keeps wanting to move upwards. Let's see. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this some more, the microphone position. You know, if you ever use those microphone arm things, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this thing. Oh, goodness. Here, let me mute this a second. Okay. Let me see how that sounds. Let's see. Got all these papers on my computer. Yeah. You know, I'm definitely gonna have to play around with this some more. You know, it's been like 7 months at least since I have been on streaming. 1 second here. Let me cough for a second. Clear my throat. Alrighty, alrighty. So here we go now. Here we go. So hopefully you guys are doing good wherever you are. It's just little old me, Mongo, your friend over here on the west coast of the United States of America. Let me know if there's any audio or visual problems, and hopefully I can alleviate any issues. But anyhow, guys, hopefully we're all doing well. It is June 28th. I should put that in the title of this stream later on. But let me just put on the live chat there. Bada bing, bada boom. And what do we got going on? Let me just open up my Twitter. I got some stuff bookmarked because I enjoy doing that. Interesting little feature that we got nowadays. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, it's been a while. It's been a while. But just wanted to come on for, maybe a half hour or so, just talk about a few things here and there that I have seen recently. Maybe a little bit of toy news, nothing too crazy. So, let's see here. Let me just pull up this 1 second here. Da, 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 da. Let's pull up. Alrighty. So, if you're like me, you enjoy toys, all that kind of stuff. You're a fan of dinosaurs, and in this particular case, we're going to talk about Mattel Toys, and a project, a crowdfunding project that they recently unveiled for the Jurassic Park line of toys that they have going on. 1 second there. Just had a little gnat pop up on in my field of vision. But let me just pull this up here. Let's see. Present, share screen, select a window. Let's put this in its own window here. And bada bing, bada boom, boom. Select. Your browser has blocked your screen. Okay, that's fine. All right, share screen, and here we go. Here's just a little video that they had with their crowdfunding video over on Mattel Creations. Let's see. We'll have the volume on just half. A little less than half. Actually, we'll do this. Yeah, a little less than half. It's a minute-long video, almost 2 minutes long. Hopefully, nothing crazy is going to happen. They're not going to strike your old pal, your old buddy Mongo here. But just to kind of get a sense of what the Jurassic World The Gates crowdfund is from Mattel Creations. Okay, ready. So that's kind of the little intro video, just kind of showing off everything that is available in this crowdfunding project. Let's close that out and then we'll just open up the page over on the Mattel Creations website. Let's see. Da, 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 bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, here we go. So here we are at the. Let's make this a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. That's looking better. Let's just go full screen with this. Yeah, there we go. And let me just go full screen here. Alrighty. So here's the website, Mattel.com, the creations, and the Jurassic World The Gates crowdfund. I'm not sure why they labeled it Jurassic World The Gates. It's obviously Jurassic Park, but anyhow, it's just a website thing. I don't know, but anyhow, so they have a target goal of 5,000 backers. The price for the base offering for their 5,000 backer goal is $250 per item. Well, for this crowdfund package. So if you're unfamiliar with crowdfunding, basically they have a target goal of 5,000. That will get you the unlock number 1, that tier, which is the Jurassic World motorized entrance gates, Jurassic Park gates that are motorized, as well as the Ford Explorer number 5. Let's just take a look at that. So as you saw in the video, it's actually pretty neat. The when you pull up the car to the gates here, there's probably some kind of pad, maybe a magnet or something, that signals to the little gate accessory to open up. It is lit. It has electronics in it, and I gotta say that's pretty neat. There's oh, yeah. Got you got some little audio inputs. Okay, that's cool. So you got some little things here and there. Let's just take a look at the car here, the Ford Explorer. It's iconic. Personally, I like the Jeep more, the Jeep Wrangler, but the Ford Explorer is cool. It's iconic to this movie. Oh, look at that. It's even got the wheels. Attention to detail. Pretty sick, not gonna lie. But that's the base item. That's the base. That's tier 1. So at the very least, if they only get 5,000 people who pledge to this crowdfunding project, then all you're going to get is just the gate entrance and the Ford Explorer. You're not going to get any of these other figures. You're not going to get Lex. You're not going to get Tim. You're not going to get the goat. These smaller signs, that's part of the early pre-order bonus. So if they get funded, fully funded for the first tier before July 11th, then you're going to get these little signs for, as a bonus addition. But that's kind of the tip. That's the base thing. If everything goes to plan, then at the very least you're going to get the gate and the car, which, all right, that's pretty decent. All right. $250, that's a bit of a high asking price in my opinion. And let's take a look at the tier 2. So if they acquire 6,000 backers, so basically just another 1,000 backers in addition to tier 1, then they're going to also throw in some of the fences, like I think it's 2 enclosure fences, and then the electrocution Tim. You can see him right there. Let's just take a look. This is kind of like a 3 3/4 inch scale figure. These are kids, so they're probably going to be a little smaller than like your 3 3/4 GI Joes or Star Wars vintage collection stuff. But basically, you're going to get Tim and two fences that are also electronic, basically. They're going to have flashing lights, um, and which that's as a tier, it's a little underwhelming compared to tier 3. So if they get to 8,000 backers, they're going to throw in the T Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park. That's this big green boy here. Big green dinosaur. Basically, it's going to be it's a bit of an improvement, apparently, on the original Hammond Collection T Rex that they released like maybe a year or two ago. And honestly, I really like the color scheme. I think it's pretty nice. It's a little strange that they're releasing this with a Jurassic Park themed, Jurassic Park 1 themed crowdfund, product. But it's like, okay, well, yeah. Personally, I'll talk about what I think they should have done after we go through the rest of this tiers, but that's a pretty cool thing. I think the color scheme's really nice. Whether it's actually going to look like that in hand, well, who knows? Stuff happens in the production process. But let's take a look at Unlock Tier 4. The Tier 4 is going to be Lex with the goat. So I think that's kind of underwhelming. We just get this big, badass T Rex for tier 3, and then tier 4. Oh, you get Lex, you get the little girl, and you get the goat. And granted, the goat's leg can come off, like in a bloody thing to recreate the scene, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's kind of weak, right? And speaking of, just want to say a quick shout out to you guys down in the chat. We got Jeremy 5 Russia approved. Got AFK Bard. Hope y'all are doing well. Just chilling out, relaxing a bit, hopping back on to the little YouTube here, and hopefully you're doing fine. So that's basically the breadth of this project here. So for $250, you're kind of hoping that at least 5,000 people back this project so that you can at least get the gate entrance and the car. That's the base. That's the base offering here. The bottom line, if everything kind of goes askew with the crowdfunding project, then you're going to want to hope that you at least get 5,000 backers. It's 15% funded right now, which I got to say, hey, that's pretty neat. Right now, it's currently only available within the US, which is another kind of big detail that is making a lot of people unhappy. Because, Jurassic Park, it's a worldwide franchise, international. Like, everybody loves dinosaurs. Everybody loves that Jurassic Park movie. Everybody loves most of the other movies, or at least likes the dinosaur action in them. But making this premium collector item only available in the US, at least for the first 5,000 backers, that's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch, to say the least. The tiers. So I think tier 3 is cool. I think tier 3 is fair. I think tier 2 and tier 4 are kind of lame. I think it's kind of weak. They're throwing in the Tim and the Lex figure in their own separate tiers. They're making Lex the final unlocked tier with the goat. And I'm going to be honest, guys, like that goat, that's a 3 3/4 inch scale. That's a tiny goat. That's a tiny, like, plastic person. These are tiny plastic children and a tiny plastic goat. Like, yeah, it's cool that the goat's leg can come off, but I don't think that, I don't think that is equal to the stinking cool ass Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, look at that eyeball. I love that. Love the eyeball on that. But you know, it's that's the devil's tax. You know, it's the devil's task. It is funny. This is humorous. It's humorous stuff. Now, there isn't too much conversation about this, at least where I'm looking. There's some conversation on Twitter about how some of this stuff is a little short sighted on Mattel's part. Obviously, Mattel, big toy company. This is not some little indie project here. This isn't an indie company with like 20 staff. This is a big toy company. And they're kind of going into that Hasbro way of crowdfunding, you know, the Hasbro Pulse stuff. Recently, Hasbro, they had their G.I. Joe helicopter project. That's pretty much funded. That's fully funded right now. I think they still have some tiers to unlock or that they'll reveal. But it's interesting that Mattel is also going into this. There's just some pictures of the paddock signs. That these aren't even going to be. These aren't even guaranteed. These signs. These aren't included on the unlock number one. You know, the first tier of this crowd fund. These are if the 5,000 people back before July 11th, then they're going to throw in these little rinky dink signs as a bonus, quote unquote. But anyhow, if you were going to ask me, like, if I was in Mattel's shoes and I was shown these products, this crowd fund, I probably would not have made it a crowd fund first off. I would have made it a crowdfunding project because, you know, we want children to buy this stuff. Majority of children aren't going to be coming onto Mattel Creations website to back this thing. $250, that's a lot. Like, you good luck being a kid and convincing your parent to back something that isn't necessarily guaranteed for $250. It's a bit of a big ask. So it's basically more aimed towards like adult collectors, stuff like that. People with disposable income. But if it was me, you know, if you had good old Mongo thinks in the executive seat, I would have done this. I would have sold the Jurassic Park gates as their own little playset with the fences and the paddock signs. Throw that into one set. Make that like an $70 or an $80 item, maybe. You know, I'm just spitballing here. It's electronic. It's got light up stuff. It's got sounds. It's a pretty cool item. A lot of people are gonna want that. It's neat, you know. Make that, put that in a big box. Maybe throw in like a, I don't know, like a little uh, Velociraptor or Compsognathus. Throw in something tiny in there just so that you can justify, oh yeah, there's some dinosaurs in this. Make the Tyrannosaurus Rex its own item. Sell it for the same price as the first release of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the JP1 Tyrannosaurus Rex. Maybe add on like another like $10. I don't know. That'll sell like hotcakes. This T-Rex will sell like hotcakes because everybody wants this. It's got sharper looking teeth. The eye is a lot nicer than the first release. The color scheme is sick. As much as people kind of poo-poo on the Lost World, there's a lot of people that love the coloration. Just the little differences, like the different color for the T-Rex. Stuff like that. Make that its own item. And then, finally, you make the Ford Explorer. You throw in the Ford Explorer, you do the Tim and Lex, and the Goat. Put that all in one box. Sell that for like 40 or $50. You got something that's manageable, you know? Oh, gosh, yeah. Hell yeah, Soul Assassin. That Jurassic Park set would make a great race car track. It's pretty neat. I'm not going to lie. Just kind of looking here. Let me hop out of here. Just looking at the little video that they had. Let's just hop back into that because it's like a short little vid. So we'll share screen. Let's Let's see. Here we go. I think it's neat. I think it's a neat idea. I like what they did here. I think that's creative. Having this be electronic and being able to open on its own. Let's be real, the music, that's pretty sick. It's pretty awesome too. But, you know, basically, yeah, that's put that in a box, the gates, sell that for like 40, 50 bucks, along with some fences that also light up. Be pretty cool. Package the little Ford Explorer in its own box, sell that for like 30, 40 bucks too. Easy sales, you know. I'm basically trying to make this $250 Goliath of an ask into manageable 60 to $70 pieces. I'd have to take a look at the price of the T Rex, that first T Rex, but yeah, let's see. This is pretty sizable. 20 inches tall. 20 inches. That's big. It's a pretty big thing. It's got light up feature. It's motorized. Well, the gate is motorized. So that's some pretty cool stuff. Let's just kind of take a look at what else we got there. Honestly, I think I really like how the Ford Explorer turned out. They even got the brand on the tires. The, that is so sick. Rubber tires, you know. Don't underestimate how cool it is to feel rubber tires on a toy car or vehicle, you know. It's just nice, you know. It looks beautiful. You got Explorer, Ford Explorer. You got all these things. I'd be interested to see if obviously these doors open, but I'm gonna guess that the top can probably come off too. Look at that. That looks nice. That looks really nice. That's a quality product right there. This is not me saying, "Hey, Mattel is doing terrible work. They're putting out terrible products." I'm just saying Mattel could do better selling their products. That's what I think, personally. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Let's see. Tier 2. Oh, yeah. We got the fences. Two fences. It's like, okay. They light up. Looks like maybe not bendy wire. Maybe like a string type thing. That's nice. I think the T Rex. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at those teeth. Way sharper looking than the last T Rex they released. But anyhow, you kind of get the gist here. I was watching a YouTube video earlier today that was pretty good. Guy made a great point. I'll have to pull that up just to share a link in the chat, just so that I can put credit out there where credit is due. Because it's cool stuff that they're putting out. I just think that it doesn't justify a crowdfunding price tag. Let me see. Where was that? Shout outs to everybody down in the chat. Soul Assassin, Jeremy 5, AFK Bard, and to anybody else who pops on by. Let me see. Hopefully you guys are doing good wherever you are. Hopefully life is well. Here we go. King Kaiju. King Kaiju. Let me copy and paste. Copy that. Pop open my tab here. This YouTube channel is King Kaiju. Just kind of saw him today. You know, he just popped up in my feed. The YouTube algorithm, you know. King Kaiju. Let's see, they posted this 12 hours ago. So let's see. In the morning, I posted this in the morning. Okay, King Kaiju. I think he shares some pretty good thoughts, some pretty uh, decent, good critique too on this project. Let me pop that in there. Let me just check to make sure that actually, yeah, all right, the link is good. All right, link is good. So, yeah, there's that King Kaiju. Check him out if you're interested. Even just check out the video. That's all I did. I watched the video. I was like, oh, sick. I went down. I commented, hey, glad I watched this video. Glad to find a video that's talking about this. I shared a few of my thoughts on there too. But yeah, so the bottom line, my thoughts on the Jurassic Park crowdfund, the Jurassic Park Gates crowdfund. I think it didn't need to be crowdfund. I think what Mattel should have done, which they might do in the future, is just sell these as separate products. Because you know that's my thoughts. I think that'd be the most practical thing to do. But let's just pop out of there. That's my 2 cents, my 2 bits on that. And let's just talk about some other thing here. So talking about islands, Jurassic Park, prehistoric dangerous places. Recently they had a show release called Skull Island on Netflix. Let me pull up a good image for you guys here. Let's pull up a big image. Let's see. Okay, here's the Netflix page. All right. So this is honestly gotta say, yes, yes. A set builder, a few gates, fences, and a car. Yes. It just seems. It seems like seems like the practical thing to do, right? But let's see. So this series, Skull Island, I remember seeing the trailer for this, and when I saw the trailer for this, I was a little hesitant. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was a little hesitant because mostly the art style and maybe some of the humor that was on display. Mainly the art style, I think. That was kind of my big thing that kind of was getting me on the fence. Basically, we have a group of people. Yeah, the main characters are some kids. This kid right here. We got kids along with some adults. They get shipwrecked on Skull Island. Um, they try to get back together. Obviously, they got all these different kind of monsters trying to eat them, and uh, pretty good story, honestly. I gotta say, I was very pleasantly surprised by the characters, the voice acting, even the art style won me over pretty quickly. Let me tell you guys, the one thing that I was worried about was this dog thing. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what is that? What is that? And I was thinking, how are they going to fit this into Skull Island in like terms of the MonsterVerse? Because essentially, this is supposed to be like part of the canon of Legendary's monster universe with Godzilla, King Kong, all those guys. And honestly, the way they did this, fit this guy in, I thought it was fine. I thought he was good. I thought he was well animated. I gotta say, he's probably my favorite character. Him and probably this guy right here. This is the father of the main character here. Um, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I won't go into like huge plot details, but yeah, it's nice. There's some violence. There's some blood, which actually surprised me. Um, there's some blood. I will say I don't think there was any like any cursing, which is probably nice if you want to watch this with a kid. Although there's probably going to be some stuff that like a little kid wouldn't like to see. He's like, there's some big bugs, people get eaten. There's like peril. There's some tension. like people getting chased by stuff. But I gotta say, this is a good show. There's one season. Let's see how many episodes of this. 8 episodes. 8 episodes. They're about 20 to 26 minutes long. I think it's pretty nice. If you watch them all together, that adds up to, let's see, one, two, a little under 3 hours. Little under 3 hours. And I think it's a good time. You know, you know, I think it's a little slow the first few episodes. I'll be honest, I didn't quite care for all the kids. Mostly this guy. I think he was a little cringe here and there starting out, but I think he kind of redeemed himself. He grows on you. They leave it open at the end of the season, so hopefully we get a season two. Gotta say, they did a great job with this. I would definitely recommend watching this on Netflix if you have, a few free hours during your weekend. Let me just pop off of there. Shout out to Dad, man, Walking 55. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought that up, man. Soul Assassin. I remember that Kong cartoon in the early 2000s. That was pretty sick. I really liked that. It was neat having that headband thing where he could put his mind into Kong. That was cool. I don't know. Did they ever finish that show? Did that ever have like a conclusion? Let me look this up. Kong the animated series, I think. I remember watching that. And holy cow, they had 40 episodes. So they had 2 seasons. Uh, bu- Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? Season 1, season 2. I really like that because they could get creative. When they'd always be like one of that bad henchmen at the end of the episode. They'd be like, "Oh, I gotta fight Kong. What can I use?" It'd be like 2 or 3 dogs in an area, and they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I'll make a monster out of that." And they would use their little headband to zap the dogs and join in it. And you'd have like a big three-headed Cerberus fighting King Kong. It was neat. It was neat. Oh, they had like primal stones, things like that. I don't know how they had 2 movies. They had 2 animated movies. They had King Kong, or they had Kong King of Atlantis in 2005. I've never watched that. I never even heard of that. And then they had Kong Return to the Jungle in 2006. Never heard of that one either. But I'll have to check those out. Goodness. Wild shows back in the day. Wild shows. I definitely got to check out. It's been ages since I've watched that Godzilla. Oh, gosh. What was it? Was it called Godzilla the Animated Series? There was a show based off of like a sequel show from the 1998 Godzilla. Let me see. What was that? It was just called Godzilla the series. Godzilla 1998 series. Yeah, Godzilla the series. Huh. Look at that. That show also had 40 episodes and 2 seasons. I don't know if that show had a conclusive finale either, but that was a cool show too. I, there's probably some pretty cool similarities between those shows. Like they kind of do some globe trotting in that. Um, they don't zap their minds into Godzilla in that show though. But it was cool. Man, the intro to that show was awesome. What was the? Let's see what that's Fox Kids. Yeah, Fox Kids. Really cool. Oh, they have sick. They got the whole series on YouTube. That is awesome. That is very cool. So let's see here. I've been going for 40 minutes. Wow. I mean, I was kind of screwing around the first like 9 or 10 minutes, just trying to straighten out my microphone, my arm. It's on one of those microphone arms, mic stand arms, hanging on my desk. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with that later, but yeah. So let me tell you guys just real quick about this movie I watched last night. It was not a very good movie at all. It was a pretty boring movie. Um, a bit of a boring movie with an interesting cast, actually. A pretty solid cast, not gonna lie. Let me throw this up on the screen for you because I had never heard of this movie before, and I gotta say, I was like, huh. 1 second here. Let me pop this into its own tab. Close out that. Then let's do this again. Share screen, I Frankenstein. There we go. So I watched I Frankenstein last night. You kind of got the little trailer here, but so this movie stars Aaron Eckhart. You know, Two Face. Two Face from The Dark Knight. But let's just see what our cast is. We have Aaron Eckhart. We have Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy? How do you pronounce that? Bill Nighy? Bill Nighy? You got Bill. Great actor right here. He was in the Underworld movies. He was Davy Jones. Just a great actor. And to be honest, he was the best part of this movie. He's just really good for like the 5 or 10 minutes that he's in it. You have Miranda Otto, aka Eowyn from The Lord of the Rings. She is in this. She is a leader of she's a leader of the gargoyles. And Bill Nye, Bill Nye, I don't know how to say his name, but his last name. But you got Bill. He's the leader of the demons in this movie, and they fight against Miranda Otto and the gargoyles. And so apparently the gargoyles, they are an order of angels sent down to earth by God, and they take the form of gargoyles, during the day or whatever. And they can also turn into humans and stuff. But basically they're fighting against the demons. And then Aaron Eckhart, he's listed as Adam, but he's Frankenstein's monster. Hence the name I Frankenstein. And I gotta say, like, the demons are kind of lame in this movie. Um, this is probably the best looking demon you're gonna see. The demons aren't very interesting per se because they're all just guys in suits, and then they have a demon mask or demon face on, and they don't seem to really have any like superpowers. They're kind of super strong, kinda, and they can only be killed by like holy weapons. And the gargoyles, they can turn into these winged creatures, and they have these special holy blades. And basically, like, it's just a interesting thing. They got Jai Courtney. They got Jai Courtney, Captain Boomerang. They had one guy that really perked up my ears. We got Kevin Grevio, Kevin Grevio. And I thought that was hilarious that him and Bill were in the same movie. They were both in the Underworld movies. And I was really hoping that he's one of the demons. I was hoping he'd turn like a werewolf or something, like he did in the Underworld movies. You also got Bruce Spence, who he's pretty neat. Is neat. He's not like a huge name, but I just recognized him from Mad Max, those Mad Max movies. But anyhow, let me pull this up here. Okay, let me pop back. But so it's just came off as a very generic, boring movie. They throw in like, it's like action oriented. The thing that got me was they have a little introduction, whereas it's Frankenstein's monster doing like a bit of a um, introduction, a bit of a summary of basically the novel Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, that book. And I gotta say, like the first like 2 or 3 minutes is just this introduction where Frankenstein's monster is talking about like, oh, I was brought to life, cobbled together by my father, and he tried to kill me, and then I killed his wife, and the yada yada yada. If you're familiar with the book, it kind of ends with Doctor Frankenstein's death, and all that kind of stuff. And I thought to myself, wow, this would have been a lot more interesting than the movie that we actually got. Let's see. Let's talk about something better. Hasbro Dr. Henry Jones figure senior was announced today. It made me think about Thomas Gilkey when I saw it. I gotta say, those Indiana Jones toys, they're really looking nice. I gotta say, those that's a nice collection. I saw there they had the Grail Knight, Indiana Jones Grail Knight. They revealed the Grail Knight, as well as like the let's see, like the little like altar with all the holy grails, all the fake grails too. That looked really cool. Let me see. I'm pulling up all these images of like the old toys, but I put in Hasbro. Those toys look really good. It looks like a really cool line of toys. I think the first like wave had like the Ark of the Covenant as like the build a figure basically, um, which was actually really cool. I was like, whoa. I am seeing all of these old toys, but not the one that I want to show. Let's see. Indiana Jones Toys Hasbro. Yeah, I could actually probably just go on to Toy News International. Yeah, it's a good Twitter page. Oh, let's see. Yeah, here we go. They okay, here we go. Build an artifact. That's nice. It's a nice twist. Gosh, yeah, like I don't own any of these toys, but like looking at them and all the ones that they've been like revealing, just really makes me think, wow, that's tempting, you know. I like this. You got oh, the lady, I forget her name. But you have Indiana Jones, and then you got the Grail Knight. I love this guy, and honestly, I'd probably get him. I wouldn't mind getting him. And then you got the Grail table. I say it's pretty cool. Oh, other news, they got the Boo Berry. Boo Berry's getting a toy. Oh, let me cough here. I'm gonna mute for a second. Uh, oh, let me put on some. Yeah, put on some background music here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Gotta say, these Indiana Jones toys, they're really looking cool. I'm like, not gonna lie. I really like following these toy pages. Hey, Mezco 112 of Indiana Jones in Temple or Raiders of the Lost Ark. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else? What else? I think they had. I saw some other Indiana Jones stuff. Oh, they got Old Man Indiana Jones. Hot Toys. So that's gonna be a lot of money because it's a 1/6 scale. Oh, yep. Super 7. They got their Godzilla Wave 1 is going to be shipping out soon. It's shipping right now. I'm excited for that. Gosh, I'll pull it up when I find it here. But Let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna keep scrolling here, seeing what other Indiana Jones toys they got going on. Oh, SH Monster Arts. They've announced that they are doing a Yu-Gi-Oh card for, you're gonna do a toy for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's pretty awesome. That that's all we've seen. So we're gonna, we'll find out like how much more articulated it is. I got to be honest here, guys. I'm not gonna go for it, but if they do Exodia, the Forbidden one, I'd be very tempted. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I love Exodia, the Forbidden one. I should have known they'd do Blue Eyes White Dragon. And they're probably gonna do Dark Magician, because those are the two most iconic cards in this show. And then I would hope that they do the Egyptian God cards. So, like, Obelisk the Tormentor, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Slifer the Sky Dragon. Oh gosh, they totally got to do the Red Eyes Black Dragon. That one is so cool. I like that one more, like style wise, than the Blue Eyes. Imagine if they did the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with the 3 heads. That'd be pretty crazy too. I mean, they already do King Ghidorah toys, so they got to do a 3-headed version, right? Oh, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oh, I'd be down for that. I don't think. I think any more toys that they do for like Yu-Gi-Oh, I think it's pretty much just going to be like that original show. Like, I think the newest thing they would do would probably be. I don't think they'd go into Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds or gosh, the Yu-Gi-Oh, the other newer ones. I think they pretty much stick to the old series, right? Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh models back in the day. I remember. Oh gosh, what was it? I remember I owned not a big toy, but those tiny little those tiny small like gashapon little like 1-inch toys. I had a few of those little things, and I loved them so much. I remember being a kid watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and of course not having any of the cards, and just like playing with my toys, being like, "Oh, I summon the the white tiger lion, the white tiger dragon in attack mode," playing around, doing that kind of stuff just with toys instead of actually like not even Yu-Gi-Oh toys, just toys in general, being like, "Oh, it attacks your 3-headed gargoyle," those kind of things. Oh, Digimon, yes. I gosh, man, I had some of those little Digimon too. I really liked Digimon as a kid. I liked it a lot. Watching that show was awesome. Haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh since Battle City back in the day. That was a good time. That was a good time to be a kid, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to do 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 do. Oh my gosh, Digimon. That was another thing. Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if Digimon ever had a card game, but Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. I always liked looking at the cards. Never actually played the card game, but it was cool. I never had like a Digimon like Tamagotchi or whatever. But it was cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Oh, lots of cool things, and I gotta say, it was very nice. Hopping back in to on live. It's nice hopping back onto the YouTube channel. Um, Gotta say, gonna start closing it out. So, just gotta say big thanks to everybody who passed on through. Had Jeremy 5, Russia Approved, AFK Bard, had Soul Assassin, Assassino. Um, got Dad Man walking. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Digimon had a card game? Oh my gosh. Of course they had a card game. I remember they had a SpongeBob card game, I think, right? I remember that. I mean, hey, it's really easy to make cards for any like series. Any popular children's show had some kind of card game with it. But gotta say, big shout outs to everybody who passed on through. This was nice. Um, honestly, really enjoyed this. Yeah, thanks again, guys. Hopefully, you have a nice night, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going. Hopefully, you stay safe. You know, um, let me see. I had a little thing I was gonna say here. Yeah, so guys, hopefully you're safe and happy. Remember to work hard, eat good, and laugh loud. I'm Mongo Thinks, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye. Okay, so I left the studio instead of ending the broadcast. Whoops. Anyhow, thanks again, guys, and hopefully y'all have a nice day. And I will see you later. And remember,
Mongo only pawn in game of life.
bye bye for real this time.